Universe is not responding to your manifestations because they're based on material objects rather than interpersonal goals. So let's get started on part 4 of our 10-day educational manifestation series. I think one of the most important things to break down when we're talking about manifestation is the concept that materialism should ever be the focus of a manifestation. Because as we've discussed in previous videos, right, manifestation, your life is a reflection of something internally. So when we're talking about manifestation and what you're aiming for in life, that should never be focused around things like cars or houses or careers. That should always be focused on who you are becoming as a person, and life is naturally going to manifest the reality that is responsive to that. Personally, I think the main problem here is that not enough people think in true energetics, right? There are natural flows of universal law energy principle that you can work with at any time in your life, right? And then there are man-made energies that are not cohesive with a spiritual practice. Okay, like money is a great example of this. Money is not a universal energy that you can tap into. It is a man-made function. However, prosperity, right? That is a universal energy you can always tap into. Worthiness, plentiful, great universal energy to tap into, right? Those are universal flows that you can utilize at any time. You do not need a house. You desire and or are seeking a place of safety, contentment, security for you, your family, and a life that is aligned to you, right? When you begin to speak to the universe in a language that they understand, they begin to provide for you in a way that you can see. Does that make sense? Because what we've done is we've begun to place a level of importance on the external world, even though we know it is a reflection of our internal one, right? When you say that cars and houses and money, especially in your spiritual practice, are the focus of your manifestation or your intention, you are giving those things control over you actively, because the importance belongs on your internal scale and your internal relationship. When you begin to focus on energetics, you begin to see the spaces in your life that have lack, right? The places in your life that aren't fulfilled. And those things will not be fulfilled with material objects ever. You are seeking energies in those places. And when you can begin to label the energies that you are seeking in life, the universe begins to provide them to you. Is this making sense? When you say, I'm seeking deeper safety, I'm seeking less stress, I'm seeking less anxiety, the universe then begins, your life then begins to provide you with a life that reflects you understanding the inherent deservedness of that. It's not about you deserve a car. It's about the fact that you don't deserve to stress out every day, that your kids deserve to get to school every day safely, that you deserve to get to work every day without thinking about it constantly, right? It's the deserving energy of contentment in your life that you are actually seeking, not the fucking car. Does that make sense? When you focus on the energetics, you'll begin to find that you feel better because the universe will manifest those energetics in small ways and big ways over and over and over again. When you say, I need safety, the universe tends to begin to provide safety in every small way. They'll provide you a person who just wants to keep your location. They're going to provide you with one person who just likes to check in on your mental health. They're going to provide you with a friend who just really wants to be there with you on that one weird night where something really fucking crazy happened, but that friend wanted to be there, right? You give yourself the opportunity for magic to actually manifest in your life when you begin to understand the actual energies that you are seeking, because a lot of us don't understand that, like, the level of success or comfort or happiness that you're trying to attain to is something that your brain could not adjust to, right? So when you actually say, what I'm seeking is happiness, not the thing I think is going to make me happy, I'm seeking happiness, the universe is slowly going to start dosing you with happiness, building you up to happiness. The level of happiness you can actually achieve is going to be much higher because you're no longer aiming for some weird far-fetched goal that you think in your mind is going to bring you happiness. You don't know what happiness feels like. Therefore, you have no idea what will bring it to you. What you need to learn is what happiness feels like in the first place. And if you ask the universe for that, they'll give you 1,000 things to make you happy instead of that one weird thing that you expect. Do you get what I'm saying? Success is a really good example of this, truly. Because when we think about the concept of success, what people have in their idea of, like, what would make you a successful person, people often have, like, some goal. They have, like, this career or this promotion or this thing in like my overall business, right, would make me successful. Success is an energy that cannot be earned through material or external worldly things. All of the confidence that you gain through that would be in vain. It would be a lot more ego than it was anything else. Because if it's not tied to an intrinsically internal place, it's going to feel falsified, right? If you ask the universe for success, they're not just going to give you that thing. They're going to give you a million things between here and there to feel successful for. They're going to bring you people who just thank you for the person that you are. They're going to bring you a beautiful conversation with a family member who you thought hated you, where they, like, thank you for being yourself, right? They're going to bring you so many opportunities to allow yourself to feel success. Because what we don't understand is that the energies that we are seeking, when people say that your manifestation is not far from you, when people tell you to visualize your manifestation, what they are actually trying to get you to do is feel within your body what that feels like. That energy, that feeling is what you are aiming for, right? And what you need to understand is that the material objects that you are seeking as bridges to guide you to energies that you can feel right now. And the moment that you begin to feel those energies, practice those energies in your life, in your body, the more your life is going to begin to manifest them. Is this tracking? The external world is nothing but symbols and tools of your actual manifestation. Your actual manifestation is who you're becoming in life, right? That's like telling me that the purpose of baking a cake is because you really like eggs. What? What do you mean you're manifesting a car? Manifest happiness, manifest contentment, manifest peace, and manifest knowledge, manifest clarity. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean you like eggs? There is a whole cake that you are baking. Can we please get off the egg thing? Are your eggs broken? Like, that's my thing when we talk about like manifesting cars and manifesting houses. What is wrong with your ingredients? Why are they stopping you from building the cake? Do you not understand that you're baking a cake? Do you not understand that is the overall purpose? Why do you keep telling me about the ingredients and the whisk? Bitch, the tools and symbols of the fucking manifestation are not the relevant part of your life. And I really wish you all would stop pretending that they were. To stick with the cake metaphor, I want to make it clear, right? The switching out one lame ass ingredient with another slightly better ingredient is not going to make your overall cake any better. So really start focusing on like the recipe, right? The overall idea of what the cake is going to be. Like, I don't know. Some of us are like, getting up there in age. I think that it's time for us to start paying attention to like maybe the fact that your eggs aren't exactly the cart that you want isn't exactly the fucking problem with the fact that you're failing at baking the cake in the first place. Are we understanding? Like you're asking me for a car when you need clarity, ho. What do you want me to do about that? Tell me. I want you all to evaluate what your top 5 desires are in life right now. And if those top 5 things are not all energetics and non-material, you should evaluate that. I'm gonna be so real with you. And I know that some of you are gonna be like, no, but Mariah, you don't understand. Like, I really need a car. Like, me and my kids, we're struggling, da da da. Then what you are seeking is reliability. That does not change anything intrinsically at all. You deserve more reliability in your life. Do you deserve a car? Yes, you deserve reliability a lot more. Reliability will provide you a car, people, a house, anything you could possibly need. Start working with that. Stop telling the universe that you are so needy for a car. That is not what they want to hear. Saying that you deserve reliability. That's big woman words. That's some shit they're going to listen to. You guys know those old stories of like genies and how you have to be like very particular about what you ask for? This kind of falls along those lines. Because when you aren't really guiding with true, deep, layered intention, you often end up manifesting things that aren't aligned for you. Like, go ask for a house, right? Without actually clarifying what it is that you are actually seeking energetically. They'll give you a fucking house. They'll be like, here, bitch. You may not love it. You probably won't. You may run into the shittiest fucking neighbor. Your landlord's a fucking prick. Just every fucking problem with the house. Well, that's because you weren't asking for security and stress-free life and peace and contentment and safety for your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we're focusing on those energies, when we're asking for things, we tend to upgrade through the manifestations that we're bringing in. Okay, go ask for a relationship. I dare you. Just go out. You know how many times I've seen that go wrong? Somebody manifest a man, does a spell to get their new relationship, and hasn't done the actual clarifying work of the complexity that they need a deep layer of compassion, a super amazing level of like emotional intelligence. They need a profound level of companionship and love, right? And instead of asking for any of those things, they ask for a relationship. Go ahead then, and you're gonna watch when the universe goes, fine, bitch, take it then. If you act shallow, they're gonna treat you shallow. Pick one. If you were to ask me what I'm manifesting in life, I would tell you that I'm manifesting a change in the world, a change that I'm going to be, a change that I'm actively watching happen. I would tell you that I'm manifesting empowerment and love and compassion and knowledge and education for anyone I can ever know and touch. And any person who has ever met me, had even a single conversation with me, any person who knows me, will tell you that those are the active things that I'm manifesting every single day. Because manifestation is not an active process of obtaining one thing or having a specific life. It is about a consistent flow of energy that you are intaking into life and sharing with everyone around you, with the world around you. It's about what you are allowing to channel through your entire life system, which is so beautiful in so many complex ways. So when you think about what am I as a person manifesting, think about who you are. And then allow yourself to see the kind of energies that you actively are manifesting, right? A lot of times that we don't realize that we're actively manifesting fear, that we're actively manifesting sorrow, we're actively manifesting grief. We look at the place that we live or the places we work, and we actively allow harmful energies to come into our life. We allow those flows of harmful energy to run through our system and feed off of them, and instead of tuning into something like deservingness or peace, we continue to feed into these harmful energies because we've allowed the external world to maintain and gain a control over us. And I think that it's really high time that we start paying attention to the important and complex energies that our lives actually function off of. Let me be even more explicitly clear. If your personal manifestations are focused on material objects, foreign objects, houses, cars, money, anything along those lines, what you're actually energetically manifesting into your life is stress, control of the external world, allowance of society to overcome you, capitalism, and materialism. Those are the things that you are actively manifesting in your life. Whether you want to admit that or not, I'm telling you, actively. I've been doing this 11 years, so like a little bit of an opinion here. That's what you're manifesting. If you don't want to acknowledge that, you don't have to. But I am telling you it's pertinent to your growth to understand that if you're focused on materialism, welcome to late stage capitalism. It's coming for you. Okay, bye. Love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 5.